Today, I celebrate International Women's Day, March 2025. I am a testament of an audacious journey of resilience, determination, and the power of never giving up. From the village where I belong to the city of Harare, where I was born, I had to learn to enjoy my journey. And when the ride was rough, and when the tides were tough, I learned to enjoy my journey. I can say from high school to the art school, my journey was really tried and tested. I say it was tried and tested because between high school and the time I became a textile designer, it was a rough time for me. Even though I am an educator today, I didn't start where I am today. I faced a lot of challenges before I got here. I want to talk about some of these challenges because we tend to look at people or at women who have succeeded without thinking of the challenges that they have overcome. So I want to acknowledge that I've come a long way. The journey that I have traveled had its own challenges, health challenges, fears, and doubts. But the good thing is, I'm still here. The good thing is, I'm still climbing. If you think of your journey as a climbing or as mountain climbing, in Shona, we used to be told by grandmothers that when you are climbing a mountain, you climb the mountain going sideways around it. They used to say, kukwira gomo huvandurira. Most of us, we are forgetting kuti kukwira gomo huvandurira. There are challenges. Life has its own challenges. Marriages have their own challenges. Jobs have their own challenges. Any space you are in, it has its own challenges. Business has its own challenges. And for some of us, for some of you who are in leadership roles have challenges. Asi kukwira gomo wovandurira. It's easy to look at another woman's accomplishments, to look at their awards, to look at their recognition. When you look at those things, you can forget the countless obstacles that lie between the dream and the reality. I want to remind you that in those challenges, you matter. In those challenges, your journey matters. In those challenges, your action matters. What you do, how you do it matters. Your excellence matters. Your determination matters. You know, I lived in a village where opportunities were as distant as the stars that we watched at night. And those stars were not as bright to brighten the night. They felt so far, you can't touch them. You can see them twinkle in the pitch darkness of the village, but you can't touch them. Opportunities in the village are like those stars. They look like you can't find them, you can't touch them. But guess what? Your social capital matters. So for me, the light of my village was brighter than where I was going, than what I was trying to achieve. I learned to value my community. I also learned the power of hard work, the power of those mentoring you, those mothering you, cheering you on, and telling you you can make it, and telling you keep fighting, keep climbing, keep moving, you can make it. So I want to tell you, keep moving. Even when you are carrying a water pot, for some of you, we have carried water pots. At some point between where you have fetched the water, between the well and your compound, that pot is going to be heavy. So heavy that you just want to throw it down. So heavy that you want to just throw your hands up and say, I'm done, I can't do this. But because you know the value of the water you are carrying, how you need to go and cook, how you need to go and give elders water to wash, the value of that water forces you not to just give up and say, I'm just throwing away the water, I no longer want to carry it. The water in you is important. The water in you is so valuable. You must carry it. You must carry your potential like that water. No matter how heavy life becomes, you must keep climbing. You must keep moving. Ladies, let me tell you, my journey took me from the heart of the village into the world of textile designing, a field like many others, which was not designed for women like me. Was it easy? No, it wasn't easy. I can tell you, there were many challenges, but I learned to weave my own journey, one thread after another. And in every design, And sometimes those designs would take me like 87 hours, stippling into the design and forming the design using a draft pen, or in Zimbabwe we call it a rotten pen. It was not easy. But that's my journey. And I had to walk through it. Designing a repeat fabric like this is not easy, because you have to make one square and then you have to make that square repeat to fill a fabric. It's tedious. And I would make intricate designs, but the many hours in the studio made me strong, prepared me for the challenges that were ahead. And I can say, even when I came to the United States and I worked as a nurse aide, while I was working as a nurse aide, I found strength. It was tough, but that journey strengthened me. I used to cry working that job when things were tough. When things were tough, working with people sometimes that did not appreciate you, both staff and patients. It was not easy. But my journey made me strong. Let your journey make you strong. Some of you, you may not realize when someone is working as an aide that sometimes you are the last person in the room when someone is expiring, and you are the only one there. Those moments when you watch someone give their last breath, they are tough moments. But it is those moments that make you strong. The moments that I spent comforting loved ones who would have lost a mother or a father or a brother or whatever relation was, it made me strong. Let your journey make you strong. When you think about it, every encounter in your journey makes the circles and the cycles of life. It's one layer after another, one circle and one cycle after another, and you will be climbing. Let your journey strengthen you and keep climbing. I can say, as an artist, as a textile designer, as a nurse aide, my journeys were like a journey within a journey. We're like journeys within a journey. But those journeys within a journey led me into the classroom of life, where my journey helped me to learn so many things and so many skills. So I can say My journey helped me to move in this classroom of life into the classroom where I teach communication. And every lecture I give, every student I inspire, is because my journey has strengthened me. Every conversation that I have with my peers reminds me of my journey. It also reminds me of the power of learning, the power of education, the power of your voice, and the power of women and all the family members who support us in our journey. And in my journey, I give credit to my parents, to my mentors, to everyone who contributed so that I can become the person that I am today. It is those people that turned the page for me, my parents turning the page for me. The story of my education is not just my story, it is my parents' story. The story of my success is not just my story, it's my mentor's story. They turned the page for me. And my parents kept on encouraging me. They kept on encouraging me to learn how to learn. And that's why I am an academic today. It's my journey strengthening me in every space that I was learning and moving. Did, did it feel at some point like I wanted to give up? Yes, but I didn't. And that's why I'm still here and I'm still climbing. So even though the path hasn't been easy, there have been moments, I admit, there have been moments of failure, moments of rejection, struggle, real struggle. But I learned that the barriers are just mountains that we climb. I learned that challenges are there so we can overcome them. The challenges are part of the climb. There's nobody that can tell you they once climbed a mountain and that mountain was not hard. It was hard, but they overcame the challenges and they kept climbing until they got to the mountain peak. Let me tell you something. The challenges that I faced shaped me. The person that I became, it's because I was shaped and molded by those challenges. I was strengthened by those challenges. The resolve that I have was shaped by those challenges. The faith, the tenacity was shaped by those challenges. Let your challenges, let your journey mold you and shape you into the person that you must be. And I can tell you None of those challenges forced me to sit. I can say the challenges forced me to continue climbing, with knowledge, with understanding each step of the way. Knowing that as I kept climbing, as I kept going, step by step, every step I took was not just for me, but it was for every woman who has ever dared to dream, to speak, to find her voice, and to climb to the mountain peak and to keep rising. My climbing is for you. My climbing is so that when someone sees my climbing, they can be encouraged. And they can say, if she has done it, I can do it too. Today, as we honor women from all walks of life, those in the villages and those in multi-corporations, today, as we honor caring and loving mothers who raise nations, we are not leaving anyone behind. From the scientists who seeks to change the world, from the textile designers, the doctors, the teachers, the activists, the philosophers, and women leaders. We honor all women from all walks of life. In everything that you do, we honor you. And because we honor you, I want you to know that I'm saying that we are a part of our collective journey. We are a part of a movement towards success, a part of a movement towards equality, empowerment, and justice. We are a part of those that dare to change their communities, those that dare to change the world. I want to say to you, changing the world is our story. We will keep on breaking barriers. We will keep on overcoming in spite of the barriers, whether those barriers are visible or invisible. We'll keep breaking the barriers. And that breaking of barriers, that's our story. That's the story of every girl who dreams of a future that is bigger than the place where they were born. That is the story of every girl who knows that their dream is bigger than life. It is the story of every woman who, like me, in spite of their age, is still climbing, is still fighting, and is still believing in the power of our light. We are climbing together. And with each step, we are making the world a better place for us and for our children. Sisters, the world needs your strength. The world needs your voice. The world needs your dreams. Keep climbing, keep rising, and know that every step you will take, it's building our future. It's building a future for all women. Believe me, we are the ones who will change the world. That power of influence is in us. It is in our voices. It is in our sisterhood. That power is in us. We are the ones who will break the chains of limitation and build bridges of possibilities. That power is in us. That power of our light is in us. We are sparkling jewels. Before you wear your necklace, before you wear your earrings, remember that those jewels that you wear, they are not more valuable than you. You are more valuable than the pearls you wear. You are more valuable than the diamonds you wear. You are more valuable than the sapphires, the emeralds, and the rubies that you wear. I want you to know that together we are unstoppable, immovable, and unforgettable, rooted in love, full of hope and unwavering faith. We know we are beautiful, we are fabulous, and that beauty, that grace, that poise make us who we are. That beauty, that grace, that poise infuse our infuse the power or the magic of our touch. And the magic of our touch is our power of influence. And with that influence, even if you don't have a title, even if you don't have a job, that influence is your power. And it is the grace that fuels your journey. Let me say this. We are an inexhaustible treasure. Know this. You are valuable more than any jewel that you can think of. May God bless you. And may the Lord make you unstoppable. May the Lord remind you that you cannot be subdued. And therefore, with the words of my poem, I can say, fly, girl, fly. Thank you. I celebrate you, not only today, but always. Thank you, everyone.